Hi, how you doing?
Hi, good, Lauren. How are you?
Fine. I have known you for so long, and I finally get to talk to you and talk about your book, Funny
Well,
Tales of Terror and Other Desperate Cries for Help.
right. It's that's the subtitle. The title is MurMurings, which is
Murmurings.
yeah, play on my name, and then Funny Tales of Terror and Other Desperate Cries for Help is the subtitle.
I love this book. It's so funny. I've been reading it a little bit. So I haven't read the short stories yet, but I'll read this page again because it's
Okay.
funny. This page purposely left blank. For insurance purposes, you'll get it later. If you read the text above, you shouldn't have because this is a blank page. That just kind of gives you an idea of like your sense of humor, and it's very funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
This- All right, let's talk about it.
Sure. What would you like to know?
Everything. What made you decide to write this? I know that it says something about because I've seen your posts, we've
Mhm.
been following each other and
Mhm.
but yeah, it started in 1991. But obviously before Facebook.
Well, right. That's another joke, Lauren.
Yeah.
And they never made a movie about my childhood starring George Clooney or Meryl Streep. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yeah, just take that with a grain of salt. But the truth is that I got on Facebook in 2008, and a couple of years later, my posts started they seemed to be getting attention from people, and a lot of friends and people that I didn't even know told me that I should put them in a book or do something with them. And I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't think people would want to read a book just of Facebook posts.
Not true. Not true. But yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll find out, I guess. But I thought, okay, I could um,
Because we're on Facebook every day, all day, just reading people's posts. So
yeah.
you said this is good for the bathroom, it's a bathroom book. And I'm like,
It,
yeah, right.
yeah,
Sometimes you don't want to
even
be
if you're just shaving or brushing your teeth, you could still read it. But anyway, so I didn't really know what direction to go. I sensed that publishers were probably getting inundated with books of people with Facebook posts. That's probably I'm thinking a publisher would get one of these books and say, "Oh, great, here's another one." So I thought, well, what can I do to make it a little bit more different? And what I ended up doing was after accumulate. I mean, I had to go through
I'm
7,000.
sorry, but this is funny. This is not a photo of the author. You got it from clip art. You said that's funny. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you have to read this book for that alone because there's some really funny things in here like that.
yeah.
But
There's a lot of buried things in there.
but there is a picture of you like when you're a kid, right? That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that was the day my father told me to go sit out on the trash cans and make sure they didn't blow away. So
Really?
I don't.
That's
My memory's a little foggy because I was probably about three. But the picture certainly would make someone think that could have been the case.
that is so cute.
Yeah. But anyway, so what I did was I went through about 7,000 Facebook posts over the years,
Wow.
and just kept calling them and trying to figure out which were the best of the best. And then after I got it down to about 150 or 160, I started the second part of the process, which was to find illustrations to go with them.
How did
And
you do that?
just through
Clip
a
art.
clip
Clip
art.
art? Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that, and there's half the book right there.
Yeah, I
And
love those. They're funny. You found some
uh,
really good ones that fit perfectly. Because I
so
was going
then,
to do the same thing you were. I was going to do the same thing you were. And I was thinking, God, it would get kind of old, just Facebook posts, Facebook posts. You would have to have illustrations, on some level. But if you wanted to do an audiobook, that would be kind of difficult.
yeah. I already had someone ask me if the book was available in audio, and I said that the illustrations don't quite work in that format.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
Mm,
the short stories, I had actually started to
yeah.
write a couple of short stories about 2.5 years ago. And the first one was, and these are the funny tales of terror. They fall under that theme. So the first short story that I wrote was about the time I almost got robbed. And
Yes.
I was just playing around, and I wanted to see if I could get the narrative out, and I did. And then I thought, well, what could I do after this? So I wrote another story about the time I actually did get robbed, almost like a sequel.
The sequel.
And yeah, and then I thought, well, where do I go with this? I've got 2 short stories. Where do I go? And I thought, well, maybe I could accumulate more short stories about things that happened to me that were scary, but they're all funny stories. And I came up with the idea of Funny Tales of Terror. And from there, when I decided to write this book, and I was looking for more material because I didn't want it to be, whoops, there goes my mic. I didn't want it to be page after page of the Facebook posts. So that's why every few pages there's a short story and then more posts and then back to a short story. So I was looking for other things in my terror catalog that had happened to me, and just started writing more stories. And that's, the stories like when I was in a car accident, and when I nearly got hit by lightning, and bitten by a dog when I was about 7 years old, during the 1968 riots after Martin Luther King was assassinated. And then the big one was when I was at work one day and a train blew up behind my building, which was very, very, very scary. Very scary.
Did you stop work or?
Oh yeah, the building was shut down for 2 days. The fire department came in, and our building was damaged. The building next to us got it even worse, and we weren't allowed back into the building for 2 days.
Well, that's good because you got off work, so that's what really matters.
Yeah.
I think this is funny. You said, like everyone else, I put my pants on one leg at a time. Unless anyone else, it often takes me 3 or 4 attempts.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I just was putting on jeans the other day, and I was like, "Why is this so hard?"
Well, that's why I was late for the interview. I thought I could get the pants on one quick time.
Yeah, it takes a while. So, oh my God, this is funny. When I was a kid, my allergies were so bad, I wasn't even allowed to have a pet peeve. And then you have the bird cage. So yeah, you got some good clip arts going on here.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, I found one where someone's at a desk. My desk chair was really squeaky, so I sprayed the bottle with WD-40. Now my head is a little squeaky. Should have opened a window. Yeah. And looks like you too.
It's not.
I know, that's funny. Squeak. Yeah. Signs you never see. Please trespass.
I made that one. That was my art, because it's the simplest one in the whole book.
But this is a really good book.
Yeah, thank you.
It's good that it's just entertaining, during these times where it's kind of a depressing time period.
Well, it's funny you say that. I was talking to a friend the other day who bought the book. The book just went on sale last week. And he said that he was looking forward to it. He says, I'm tired of watching the news all the time and hearing everything going on. He said, I'm really looking forward to it. He hasn't received it yet, but he says, I'm really looking forward to reading it because I need the laughs. And that's really, there's never a bad time for laughs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm being presumptuous that people will laugh, but the people that have read it and have gotten back to me have reported that there were some laughs here or there. So
how could you not laugh? I mean,
well, I will say, my sense of humor may not be for everyone, but I think people that get it, and you get it, and so far, everyone that I had given it to a person in her 80s to read, and I thought, if she likes it, then there's like no demo group that will not like it, and she loved it. So
it kind of reminds me of British, their sense of humor. How they have that kind of tongue in cheek,
yeah.
But it's dark, but it's very funny.
Yeah. Well, I grew up on Monty Python, and
you could read this stuff with a straight face, and people would be dying laughing. But some comedians feel like they have to overact it out.
Yeah, That's funny. That's funny you say that because, you know, of course, as a writer, I have voices in my head, and those voices are, they're almost reading this as if it were Bob Newhart reading it, just very,
Yes.
very steady.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love dry humor. If you're going to dig, call Miss Utility. It's the law. Plus, she's kind of cute. That's funny. I never even thought of that. Miss Utility.
Yeah. I met her once. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. She's hot. She's beautiful. Why did they call the little candy bars fun size? What's the fun in being consumed with one bite? To me, fun size would be about as big as an adult penguin. Is a good humorist someone who's funny or someone who sells ice cream? Yeah, the good humor bar. Yeah. I see. I don't want to read them all out because then it's going to ruin it.
Right, right.
Person reading it.
That's what you do when the camera goes off.
Yes. Then I bring this to the bathroom and
Well, just the book. You leave the camera, you know.
Oh yeah.
Outside.
Just to say goodbye. All right.
Bye, Lorin. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.